my microphone was muted. I apologize. With that said, should be better now. But hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'll just do my start again. Derek I, well done on you being first. Sunberry, well done on you being second. And Danny Cat, well done on you being third. We have some head pats for me and Harry. Very kind, thank you so much. We also have some random encounters. And I believe, yeah, Stamkunst managed to level up. Congratulations. That's much better. You're now in level 2. Yay! So, we are going to be playing a Hyrule Chronicles Hiatus game. And we are continuing with Eat the Reich. A game focused on eating Nazis. Because they are the bad guys. And we are vampires. Does that make us better? Yes, it does. Because we do not have a despicable ideology. Om nom nom. So with that said, let me join my people, the people, they're not necessarily mine, but I'm glad to be part of them, the people in the Hyrule Chronicles Discord call. Let's see if this works. Hello. No, it doesn't work. Oh.
And part of the reason for that was they were saying they only have 2 hours and they're not sure what can get done in 2 hours. And I'm just sitting here thinking, all of my games are 2 hours.
This is usually 2 hours.
Yeah. Hello.
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 Apparently my Discord authorization doesn't work, so I can't use my Stream Deck to undeafen. I do not like that.
Boo.
Boo indeed.
Well, it's not a stream without some technical difficulties.
True. But this time I do have hardware acceleration on. Yay!
Yay!
The hardware is it's full acceleration.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
The only one person that doesn't get that immediately is the one that is not here at the moment. Oh well. He'll be along shortly.
Yes.
Do it.
Hmm?
I cannot.
You cannot what?
I tried to get Craig in here, so it's already...
Oh, right, yes.
It's fine. You can wait.
Yeah.
Normally Craig
We're gonna
shows up
start until he
earlier.
gets back.
We are going
Hello,
to...
sorry. I'll go
Hi.
fetch Craig now.
Okay.
You're fine, you're fine. Nothing to apologize for. I was just trying to
It's all
help.
good.
And the official start is when we actually start playing the game. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Now recording.
Hi, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
I think
time
this
to
is
call
one
this
of the
Craig?
few times... yeah, we call the bot Craig. This is probably one of the few times that people on my stream actually hear Craig.
Oh, that's an interesting
It's-
feature. It has the join the recording only once you make a noise. If you stay
Yeah.
quiet, you don't join the recording.
Correct.
Yeah, that's why you're usually the last one to join the recording.
Even better.
Yeah. I keep trying to like wait and see how long it takes, but my thing flashes all the fucking time. So
I am curious about that sort of recording, and I want to check that out a little bit, like in another time, because I'm now editing a Magnus Archives session that I did in January, and
Yeah.
the audio is just all over the place.
It's super useful, truth be told, just for the sake of having like being able to edit people individually, because otherwise, like previously before I found Craig, I was using I still use Bandicam as a backup because it just does the job to record everything that ever is.
Yeah.
But with Craig, I can be like, okay, you're quiet, but you're loud, so I just raise you, lower you, and then do the X, Y, Z, and that gives me finer control. Yeah.
Like it breaks sometimes, but like what doesn't?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's why we have backups.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
I figured out how
To
reactive
switch
works.
the reactive image and is now called Grave.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I
Ready to
could-
eat some Nazis?
I believe so. Let me actually turn down the very, very happy song about not so very happy things.
All right. I will start some music. Should be fine on music levels. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
no.
No.
Not on my side. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think I have had this issue another time.
It happens. While you were working on that, last time that we were playing, we dropped into France, fucked up a bunch of Nazis, and made it into the middle of France. We're about to make it over towards the base of the Eiffel Tower when you see horns growing out of the wall and hear... What was the description? Let me pull it up. You cut through the concert hall, which was once festooned with beautiful, if gaudy 17th century decor, but has all been ripped out and replaced with stark architecture and on-the-nose murals of hard-working Germans. This place seats about 1,000 at full capacity, but it's nowhere near full, as most people fled when the news of you guys reached them. Unfortunately for the performers, the Ubermensch known as Dämonblut, real name Franz Vogel, was one of the people who didn't flee, and now he's demanding that they finish the performance as planned after ordering all the doors be locked. So Wagner, Hitler's favorite, and by the time you guys have arrived, the singers are rushing through the second act. Each time one of them misses a note, he executes another trapped audience member. As mentioned, his real name is Franz Vogel. He's a popular movie star. After some indiscretions around torturing and killing his co-stars came to light, the Reich stepped in to make sure the allegations went away in exchange for his participation in the Ubermensch program. When calm, he looks normal, striking, handsome even. When he grows angry or frustrated, obsidian black ichor pumps through his body like molasses thanks to the implanted heart of a lesser demon in place of his own. Horns, teeth, and claws spread from his skin and rends foes asunder. They snap off in wounds, and more burst through ragged holes to replace them. So, you are at the rear of the concert hall. He has barely taken notice of you. You do know that you can probably rush through the concert hall, if you so wish, to get to the place which to get to the Eiffel Tower, or the base of the Eiffel Tower, much quicker. Or you could try to deal with him. You guys have some options there.
So this is, you said Wagner's performing here?
Yes.
I'm gonna nudge Irina and say, you have dibs on that one, yes?
Thank you. I must rectify this issue. Yes. But also, there are, as I heard, innocent lives at stake.
You know, sand
Yes.
means no eating, yes?
Means no eating.
Okay.
Good, Flint.
Okay.
It just kind of preens, likes being called good.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
All right. So, who would like to go first, and what do you do?
I think, if I may go first, I still have some use of my exquisite hunting rifle. So,
Mhm.
finding my way up towards a private booth, I set up a scene a la John Wilkes booth. Yeah, that's timely, right? That
I'm going to say yes because I don't know.
the guy who pew-pewed Lincoln.
No, I don't know when things happened.
It would have
Lincoln
been
was
an
before.
80-year difference.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us might have been alive then.
Yeah.
Oh, Irina would be, yeah. Would have been.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you set up with your hunting rifle. Do you do anything
Mhm.
else?
I would also like to use the guerrilla squad that I have acquired
All right.
to
Yeah.
set up a maneuver where I shoot down at Demon Blood and have them attack the this Übermensch from the what's the word? The wings.
Okay. Yeah, flanking maneuvers gives you your bonus for that. I believe you're using 2 pieces of equipment, which is 2 bonuses each.
Yep.
You were setting up high, which I believe also gives you more bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
So-
I will roll for Demon. Roll the dice. You got 2
Where was
successes.
this again? I forgot to. Oh right, it's a shoot. Yeah.
Yes.
Equipment dice 4 because I have both pluses from elevated position and flanking maneuver.
Does flanking maneuver only give you 1?
Well, the guerrilla squad gives me 1. Flanking maneuver gives me 1. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is only +1. I thought that one was more for some reason, but that is
I mean,
fine.
If you want me to have more, I can have more.
I'm going mostly by the book.
Understood. That is 6.
Nice.
No, 6 successes.
Yeah. So casual reminder, if you have any specials, you can use your criticals on those as well. But that is what you have to use criticals on those. But you do have 6 successes.
Can I use an ability before this roll still? Probably not.
What ability were you looking to use?
I would like to use I would spend a blood, and on my next roll, I gained a special inflict 4 damage to an Übermensch.
Going forward, I'll say you'll have to use that first,
Understood.
but you may do that now.
Okay. And a special, how much did that cost again?
Special is you have to use a critical.
You have to use a
for
critical.
Specials.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will use the special to inflict 4 damage to an Übermensch. That is one critical.
It'll say special on it. Like for example, Flint has
Yes. Okay. So the ability I have is spend 1 blood on your next roll, gain special, inflict 4 damage to an Übermensch.
Oh, gain special. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah. So you'll use 1 critical to do 4 damage to him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And I would like to use the
You're looking at.
Mhm.
I would point out if you're looking at Innovation of the Soul, that's an advance which we don't get until we beat an Übermensch.
Is that so?
Huh. I must have looked over that.
I feel it's meant to be the sort of quick leveling up. You beat an Übermensch, you pick one of the advances to make yourself stronger.
I did not know. No.
Interesting.
Reward
I
beating a
just
mini buff.
completely overlooked the abilities that I have. In that case, disregard what I'm doing with Enervation. Because these are I've put my advancements in abilities, and my abilities never, just nowhere. I'm using Deadeye Shot. The special, reduce a threat's attack rating by 1.
Okay, cool. So his attack rating has been reduced.
Thank you. That is 1 critical success. The other critical success, I will say, I noticed that there are some guards coming my way to apprehend me at this booth, which I'll drain for 2 blood.
Okay.
And I will drop the 2 successes into damage.
Okay, so you will take 2 damage, because he rolled 2 successes.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure. I'll take 1 damage and defend 1.
Okay. So he will take 1 damage, you will take 1 damage. Go ahead and roll a d6.
That's 6. Shoulder injury.
So one of those aforementioned guards kind of gets you in the shoulder before you're able to finish training them.
Understood.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. Why not?
All right.
Utilizing this immediate attack and distraction, Cosgrave will slink as close as he possibly can to the poor unfortunate souls caught within this orchestral piece. And kind of approaching with something of a grimace. And it says, I fucking hate this music. Will clap his hands together and scroll hexes upon the air. And he's going to spend 1 blood in order to use Phantasmagoria, in order to conjure nightmare illusions in the area immediately around me, trying to incorporate the music as it becomes discordant and forcing it to be out of tune and forcing that sort of illusion on the players themselves. So no matter how hard Damon Blute fucking conducts, his orchestra is going to be too focused on the nightmares that are haranguing them from all sides.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll give you your plus for that one in regards to it, because you've spent your blood and you've done all that stuff. It more discombobulates him because he's in a rage as he wants this to be a perfect presentation.
Yeah. So would that be a Terrify roll?
I'll allow it.
Cool. There's not going to be many dice here, but that's okay.
I will roll for him real quick. He only got 1 success, though.
Oh, I got I got none.
Now, this is a new session, so your flashbacks are reset.
Okay. Okay. Let me pull up the things for flashbacks again. Because of all the things that I've forgotten to do is open the PDF for Eat the Reich.
You can click the reroll with the flashback thing, and it'll show you them. I think.
Oh, thank you very much. I will say, I don't want Flint to see me fail like this. What do they respect about me as he flashes back to rescuing POWs in a thunderstorm?
Ooh. Depend on how we're doing it, probably. I would probably respect how... Sorry, something's got stuck on my chair. Trying to remember things. Flint would probably respect... Can you help me, please?
Oh, sorry.
Please.
Let's see. That's okay. Let's see, because this is like
Thanks.
a flashback in terms of Cosgrave trying to utilize his magic stuff in order to generate fear.
I think magic is cool. I can't do magic, says the giant bat monster.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, magic is
I
cool.
think that's really cool, and I think it's really cool when you do cool things doing it, and everyone else should think it's cool too.
Yeah, and I have expectations to live up to because I can't let you see me fail me with my magic.
Yeah.
It's
It's
the
the coolest thing. I
Yeah.
think it's cool that some of you guys can do magic.
Okay.
I wish I could do magic, says the giant bat monster.
There you go. So you got 2 criticals. To note, he did get 1 success. So
Fair enough.
you keep that in mind when you're looking to spend stuff.
You know, I think what I'll do is I will I'll spend a success on defending myself. And
Okay.
I'll spend the other one, which is a crit, on my special back pocket hex in order to reduce a target's threat's attack rating by 1.
Okay.
So
All
as
right.
it turns around, it's like, do you mind? Just literally like a backhand, like a little firework thing in his face. What?
I believe that leaves you with 1 success left.
Oh.
Do note that you can also put it towards the objective, which is to get through the concert hall, but that is much shorter than trying to take this guy out.
I will. Can I use that success to gain 1 blood?
Yeah.
Just kind of grab like the
do the original Legacy Kane thing where you just kind of draw it from them magically into your mouth.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
As you go ahead.
I was saying, because the thing I found is that if you get blood from the Ubermensch, you get your advancement. Can you get the blood from him and activate one of your advancements?
I'll allow it.
All right. In that case, which one to get?
His blood tastes like a jar of chicken fat with a cigar stubbed out in it.
Oh.
Excellent.
Right, that's
Great.
rancid. And with that, I will take the advancement Dead Man's Luck. After you roll your dice pool, before you discard your dice, reduce the GM's successful attack dice by 1 for each 1 that you rolled.
Yay.
Nice. Cool. So you could just every time you roll dice, you just get to discard my dice. Makes your defensing a lot easier. All right.
Yeah.
Who'd like to go next?
I want to hit him.
Good.
Yeah. Kick his ass.
I'm going to spend 1 blood to fly over to him. And then, just doing a really monstrous loud screech, just fly down and just clonk him in the face with the pipe.
Yeah, go for it.
I need to do brawl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hitting him in melee, so if I get a special, I can gain 3 blood.
I will roll for him real quick.
Equipment dice.
Got 1 success.
1. LD dice 1. 4 successes.
Nice.
Very good.
I want to spend 1 to defend and 2 to get me some blood.
You want 2 blood? All right.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And I will unlock the advancement. Ooze form! Spend 1 blood, squeeze through gaps, glop around, etc.
Nice.
Excellent.
I will glop around. Eventually.
Yeah.
Wait, does me drinking blood from... Oh, I chose the guards to drink blood from, right?
Mm-hmm. You chose some guards to drink blood from.
Fair. Yep.
Okay, he has plenty of blood to spare, I'm sure.
Just get some blood on the pipe and just lick it off.
All right. If that is everything, we'll go to Astrid.
Astrid has a sword and is going to charge victoriously towards him to stab him in the face. Hopefully.
All right. I will roll for him real quick. He got 2 successes.
Oh dear.
Damn.
2 crits and a success.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
You can use a crit to one of the crits to defend yourself.
Yeah, 1 crit to defend myself.
Okay.
I'll use the ordinary success to drain his blood and activate my advancement Spirit Storm, which is
All right.
spend 1 blood, hurl items like a poltergeist, which is a +2 modifier with sharp and heavy things.
Nice.
But given our situation, I think there's always going to be something sharp or heavy around to throw.
There's an orchestra, yeah.
It's mostly useful just as I now kind of always have at least a +2 I can run around with.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm running out of equipment quickly. And then the other crit I will use for Apex Predator, which is reduce a threat's rating by 3, which as far as I can tell is just do 3 damage.
Yes. I believe that is the case.
That's how I've been running it.
Because, yeah, its rating is threat for that, and I believe, yeah. All right, excellent. We will go back to the top with Arena.
Excellent.
Quick,
I
get some
have
blood.
now. I might drink some blood. Yeah. I have now put in my actual abilities rather than the advancements that I thought were abilities. We didn't get to use them anyway, so it's all
Yeah.
good. I am trying to look through the PDF and see if you can use abilities, like multiple abilities, at the same time.
I think so.
It doesn't say that
I don't
you
see why not.
can't.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
So
as long as you're able to pay for them, yeah,
yes.
Go for it.
As we are now within this concert hall, you would say that this is these are beautiful surroundings.
Of course.
And would you say that this building that we're in is old?
Yes, it is at least 200 years or 300 years old because it's 17th century.
17th century, wonderful. So, from the private booth, I kind of turn my face in a way that everyone who looks upon me sees my dark glamour, and I spend 1 blood for that. Because there's beautiful surroundings, I get another die to that. And from not the catacombs and below, but rather the rafters of this building, I summon a swarm of bats, my knight's willing servants. And descending from the private booth, I have my guerrilla squad still at my beck and call to help me. So I'm going to use that as well. Okay. And as I descend upon this swarm of bats, I will take my cavalry saber and charge the Dämonenblut.
Given the fact that you're using Dark Glamour and Knight's Willing Servants, that could sound more like a Terrify to me than a Brawl.
I'm happy to do so. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Magic Cavalry Saber. Charge. That's +2. Guerrilla Squad. Flanking Maneuver. +4. Dark Glamour and Beautiful Surroundings. +6. Knight's Willing Servants and Old Buildings. +8.
I think abilities just give you the plus. I don't think they give you the equipment bonus because they're not equipment.
But you can use your ability outside of Beautiful Surroundings or Old Buildings. Because you spend blood to gain the die, and then plus if you have Beautiful Surroundings, and plus if you have Old Buildings.
All right.
Because I spent 2 blood on this.
It.
Yay!
I'll accept it.
So
He rolled one success.
4 equipment and 4 ability dice.
Mhm.
There we go. I
Mhm.
will nullify his damage.
Okay.
I have 7 successes left. I will drink
Mhm.
his blood with
Yes.
a critical for 2.
Drink 2 blood.
And I will
Okay.
unlock with that. Let's see. I will unlock Enervation of the Soul, which I wanted to use earlier. So now I have
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And with the other 5, I want to decrease. No, I can't decrease this ability.
Advanced objective.
I will advance the objective for 2, and I will damage for 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And you said advance the objective. I've got to open up the thing. Sector 2. Oh, I didn't. That's what I forgot to do. Okay. Okay, so I will put this as that. All right. Excellent.
Although, is the advance the objective running away from him?
That's
Uh,
getting to an exit or securing an exit, I think.
yeah, securing an exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think our objective here is to stop him from harming more innocents, right?
Sure,
Yeah,
why
I
not?
mean, you guys are getting bonuses for doing it, so
Just
you know.
get some of the civilians out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Cosgrave. You're
Right.
next.
Let's see. In the interest of getting civilians out of here, as my companions descend upon Demonenblut, Cosgrave will just point to a deceased either guard or member of the orchestra, and just declare, "Arns, mate, you okay?" And just will spend a blood in order to dance macabre to gain full control of the corpse for 1 minute.
Excellent.
And will instruct the corpse to assist in the evacuation of civilians, as it were, in order to clear the concert hall to provide us with a better escape in the hope to advance the objective somewhat.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right.
Deciding what role that might be.
That is an excellent question. I'm gonna say, even though it's not like trying to trick individuals at this moment, I'm gonna say it's more of a con role. You're trying to kind of control it through social means rather than
Convince.
convince in this particular case.
I would also like to, in this instance, because it will help them get outside in the event and avoid a crush. I'm going to use the last charge of my bottled ghosts to allow them to pass through walls.
Okay.
Okay. I will make his roll real quick. 1 success.
So, is there? I remember there being a thing of how, like, you get additional bonuses if it's the last charge of the equipment
Right.
piece is
Yeah, an
Yes.
extra dice.
extra dice. So just plus 1 dice on that one, so that'd be a total of 3. And then plus 1 for Poundsy, okay. 1 crit, 2 successes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent. In which case, I would like to utilize the. I'm going to use the crit to advance the objective twice, and I will use the remaining 2 successes in order to, through those same magical means of drawing blood, acquire 2 blood.
Okay. So do you want to take 1 damage then? Just making sure. Because you rolled one
That's a good point.
success.
Okay, I'll only get the one blood, and I'll defend myself once.
Okay. So between the amount of ghosts that you can summon passing through as they pass through the walls, and you kind of bring everything to bear to gain or distract Daemon and Blut, there is an exit that you guys can take now and move forward, but Daemon and Blut may still be living should you leave now. Generally speaking, you guys have achieved the objective.
However,
I will allow you guys to choose to continue to stay here and kill this guy if you want.
This guy likes Wagner. Of course we have to kill him.
you still gotta eat Wagner.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, impressed by all of this incredible magic going on around him. It's like, maybe I could do something like that. He focuses really hard, spends one blood, and immediately turns into a puddle. This probably surprises the Ubermensch guy, who was very much probably expecting some kind of, like, attack or something. So he lowers his defense for a second, when suddenly the goop explodes out of the floor underneath him, and Flint manifests behind him to try and bite him.
Okay.
And I will get the plus from It's in the Walls from that.
Yes. I will make his roll real quick. Makes his roll. Gets one success.
I'm also going to hit him with the pipe again, because I like hitting him with the pipe.
It's
very
a good
good.
pipe.
Gives me more dice.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
Excellent.
1 on defense, 2 on hit.
Excellent.
Destroy.
He is looking pretty fucked up, which is impressive given that he's got black Icarus blood and horns and teeth bouncing out everywhere.
Crunching through his armor and saying, "Give me your bones!"
So you mean to say that he always looks fucked up?
Yeah, more so.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right. Astrid, what would you like to do?
Astrid had a pretty good time with stabbing, so she's going to dash straight in again for another stab.
Excellent. I will make his roll real quick. No successes.
Wonderful.
Well, I'll start with using the crit for 3 damage.
Okay.
Alright,
I will say that is how much health he had left.
then yes, Astrid will dash in, stab the saber right through his heart, and then will just open wide, chomping down on his throat to drain for 3 blood.
Excellent. And as Daemon and Blut falls, you are able to make it to the next step, which would be the base of the Eiffel Tower.
I'm taking an arm with me so I can chew on the bones.
You may add Ubermensch bone to your inventory for loot if you would like.
Hell yeah.
Could I
Astrid
try
will
and
take
see?
something suitably strong and metallic to use as a spear.
Yeah, I'll say so. You can probably use something in regards to one of the decorations or any of the various instruments or things and model it into a spear.
Some railing.
I've given the equipment plus scary.
Okay, yeah. Okay. You were going to say something, Nether?
I was thinking that I have 1 die remaining on my exquisite hunting rifle. So what I was thinking is that I find somewhere up high, out on the outside of the building. Sorry, some sniper's position where I just snap a few necks and take a new gun.
Okay. Yeah. Between guards or other things, I will allow that, yes.
Okay.
I think that would give you 3. Is it 3 for looting? Let me take a look. Astrid.
I
Yeah,
just given
it's
it the same things as the last one.
yeah,
I
it's
got-
3 for looting something for how many uses it has.
including the final bigger
Yes.
use.
Yes. Okay.
And it
as
gains
for the
a thing that it gives you a plus for, which is, I guess, shooting for a gun.
Elevated position, things like that.
Yeah.
yeah, I have that with the hunting rifle. I'm wondering if I should do something different with it now. So, see.
If it's like a
Maybe it's if it's like these are armor piercing bullets, so a +2 structural damage.
Okay, I'll allow it.
yeah.
Mm. All right. So, you could only attend so many celebratory galas in the Eiffel Tower before you get tired of cramming into well-appointed observation chambers and waiting in line for your turn on the elevator. As such, the area around the tower has been remade into pleasure gardens intended for use by Nazi officers and their families. Cunningly designed by some of the Third Reich's foremost landscape engineers, the gardens recreate a pastoral Austrian scene in the middle of Paris. However, unfortunately for the Nazi defense forces, the winding pathways and thick copses of trees and charming ersatz
Ersatz.
waterfalls
Stats.
Fake.
Provide excellent cover for an
Shit.
invading gang of vampires. Unfortunately for you guys, they also provide excellent cover for snipers. The party is in full swing as you guys arrive, tables heaving with meat and bread and beer lines in the faux village square. And the upper echelons of the Nazi forces are celebrating Hitler's upcoming announcement. You're either too drunk or too confident to believe that you guys constitute a serious threat. Time to set things straight.
Or gay. Happy Pride Month.
We're gonna set them so gay.
Oh, so gay.
Let me.
We're going to make the whole town gay.
Yep.
Open that.
Flint is gonna knock down everyone's doors and say, "The rainbows are mandatory now, yes."
I'm just verifying. Yes, that is correct.
We likes the
And
colors.
that is also correct. Okay, cool. So yes, there are snipers and officers that are here for you guys to deal with. Who would like to go first in the Nazi pleasure gardens?
I would like to
Mhm.
spend a blood to fly,
Yes.
and I would like to distract the snipers
Okay.
and roll to help objective.
All right. I'll have the snipers roll against you
I
then.
guess I'll roll terrify to keep their attention.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a big, scary flying bat creature.
All right. They do have a lot of dice. Okay.
Well, I guess I'm spending all mine on defending.
Okay. So that would be 1 damage to you as a bunch of sniper fire comes
mean-
by.
All those would still be one if I didn't defend, right?
That is an excellent question. I think injuries. Where are you at? Death. Injuries. Here we go. Mark an injury on your character sheet. If the GM has has 3 or more attack dice remaining when you have no dice remaining, you are taken down. So you'd have to spend 2 on defending to take
Okay.
1 injury.
I will spend 2 then and spend 1 on objective.
Okay.
Because I want to try and help, at least.
Okay. All right. But yes, you have got the sniper's attention. Who would like to go next?
I think Astrid is going to take out her spirit fetters. We'll channel all of the rats of Paris to come swarming out of everywhere to interrupt the party, eat the snacks, drown in the wine, and utterly horrify these guys.
All right, that sounds like a terrify to me.
Yeah. Three successes.
Okay, I will have the infantry squad roll against you, even though that's not how this is supposed to work. They got nothing. What
They
would you
got
like to do
zilch.
with your
I'll
successes?
put all three of that into the objective.
Okay.
Nice.
About half of the individuals that are here have been terrified away. There's still plenty that are obstructing your path, but you see that you guys are doing a very effective job at getting your stuff in.
We're so
Did you
efficient.
roll? Did you roll for your injury, Flint?
Oh shit! I forgot to do that. Injury 6. I am hamstrung. It's a good thing I'm
Oh
flying.
no. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. I would like to help Astrid in the terrify aspect, as I will spend 1 blood and do the same sort of clap and then scrawl upon the air with fell runes in order to apply phantasmagoria and make the rats that arrive seem bigger and more besotted by plague. And help
Okay.
to further terrify and confuse the fellas who are around here.
That sounds excellent. We'll roll for them real quick. And this time they roll really well.
They always do against you.
Yeah. It's fine. It's okay.
Mhm. They're just racist against the British.
I guess that's the case. Well,
You only need
I'm
to use
going
one
to-
to defend to take 1 injury.
yeah. So I'll use the crit to defend, and I'll put that 1 success towards the objective. And injuries 1. I lose some fingers.
Wait,
Oh, no.
wait. I would recommend doing the opposite.
Inverse.
Yeah, the inverse. Because if you take 1 or 2 damage, this is just what happens. Is the same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. In that case, I will do the inverse. I'll spend the crit on advance the objective and spend 1 to defend.
Excellent. Alrighty. Arena, what would you like to do?
I think Arena is going to see the sniper positions, and they're kind of like on the Eiffel Tower itself, correct?
The Eiffel Tower. Some are hiding behind the faux waterfalls. Some are
Mhm.
hiding in they're kind of scattered out in regards to it, hiding in different places.
In that case, I am going to use my armor-piercing ammo. And I know that
Okay.
I'm straining my exquisite hunting rifle. I'm going to use its last charge there.
Okay.
To aim for the sniper position on the Eiffel Tower, specifically one of the bolts that holds up that particular walkway where they are positioned for extra structural damage.
Yeah. Excellent. Go for it. You're going against the snipers. I will have them
Yes.
roll real quick. Okay. So they got 3 successes.
Ooh, okay. Can I use blood to restore an injury before stuff happens?
You have to. You spend 3 blood to do that, if I recall
I
correctly.
will spend
But-
3 blood to do that if I can.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay. So I am at 3 blood now. And the fun thing is, I have the ability, when you use a ranged weapon, I get the special reduce a threat's attack rating by 1. I will do that with my critical.
Okay.
Then I will reduce their attack by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 3 are going to advancing the objective.
Okay. So they got 3 successes in regards to it. You use the special to reduce their defense by 1.
No, I used a special to reduce their threat,
Oh, yeah.
their attack rating by 1.
Reduce
But
their
I
attack rating
reduce
by
their
1.
damage by 1, so they have 2 damage against me, so I take an injury.
Gotcha. That's what you're doing. Okay.
Yes.
You have successfully got the structural integrity down as the part of the Eiffel Tower falls. The rest of the officers and the rest scatter as you are able to make it further in with the pathway being cleared. You are able to make it up the Eiffel Tower.
But as I move, I think my suit gets torn on that broken piece of walkway.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh no, my suit, it's ruined. I can never face myself again in any mirror because, you know.
Oh no, how dreadful, Cosgrave says, looking at the missing fingers on his head.
What, I had a shoulder injury just now. Drink some blood, you'll feel better.
Flint lands next to you. His foot touches the floor. He's immediately like, ah!
Oh no. No! Oh no!
We'll fix.
Astrid will clap Cosgrave on the shoulder, saying, "You know, she seems about as upset about that as missing fingers.
Yeah.
Like genuine."
No, I get it. I do. I get it. It's fine.
We can get you some new fingers.
It'll be alright. We'll get there.
Let's
soon.
gonna focus on fixing its leg.
Okay. So going to spend 3 blood for that.
Yep. I'm out of blood anymore.
All right.
But
Built to celebrate the...
Consider, your hands, they can heal, but this suit is from the court of Versailles.
Why not heal suit?
I have no earthly idea how to do this, but I will try next time.
I mean, we aren't earthly, so yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I'm dead, but I'm earthly.
Built to celebrate the 1889 Paris World's Fair, the Eiffel Tower remains one of the most enduring symbols of Paris and France in general. Upon the Nazi conquest of the city, the structure was retrofitted with the latest in German technology. Elevators rocket up the structure, dazzling electric lights blaze out into the night air, and a rudimentary communications aerial has been supplanted by high-bandwidth broadcast technology. Also, there's a Zeppelin attached to the top of it containing Adolf Hitler. So, yeah. Ascend to the Eiffel Tower. There are individuals that are following you and rushing up there. They are armored individuals, but these are the people that you have, types of people that you guys have faced before. So, who would like to go first as you ascend the Eiffel Tower?
I need that blood.
All right, go get some blood.
Well, if they're following us from below, I'm gonna use my grappling hook to throw down there and just zoom down to go get them.
Hell yeah.
Using the last use of my grappling hook.
Nice.
Excellent. I will roll for them real quick. Got 1 success.
Okay. Equipment dice. That would be 2 pluses for 3 or more stories, so that's quite a few dice on that.
Yeah, it is. That's 4 dice from that alone.
Yeah. Should I gotta use out the pipe as well? If there's a crowd down there, I could get the crowd control.
There is a crowd. It is armored infantry. There's a bunch of them.
I will also use that to get 2 more.
Excellent.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
I would like to use a special to gain 3 blood.
Excellent.
I will use the 1 spare success on defense.
Excellent.
And I will use all of the rest on damage.
Okay. That takes out this group of soldiers.
And I
Okay.
will grapple hook back up, but as I come back up, it breaks, and it's like, oh.
Very
We will
sad
get
indeed.
you a new grapple hook.
Mm,
We will repair your old grappling hook.
yes. I put it in my pocket.
All right. Okay. So, as the reinforcements begin coming up from below, there's a lot of Nazis down there. Who would like to go next?
I think it would be good to stick my final use of the guerrilla squad on these armored infantry.
Okay.
And because they're coming from below, the guerrilla squad is also kind of like attacking them in their flank this way.
Mm.
While I think the guerrilla squad was the or guerrilla squad was the
Area.
yeah. It's not a gorilla.
No.
No.
It would be really fun if it
The
was a
guerrilla
squad
squad
of gorillas.
was last seen at the concert hall. And so as we're rushing up the Eiffel Tower, there's suddenly, like, in the clamor of fighting and shooting, and there's this music approaching as the guerrilla squad has, in fact, raided the concert hall and are now armed with accordions and violas and violins as they bring out what eventually becomes the Amelie soundtrack. And I think with that background music, I kind of stand on top of one of the stairs, kind of leaning out from the Eiffel Tower, and I speak to the citizenry of Paris. Like, ladies, gentlemen, everyone honored to be in between. Today, we take back your city! And I would like to convince them.
Convince everyone to sit there and get up and fight? Okay. I'll allow it.
Mm.
So that is, because I'm using my guerrilla squad, plus flanking maneuvers, and the last die. 4 successes.
Okay. I will roll for them.
Hmm.
No successes.
Yay!
What would you like to do?
Let's see. Advanced objective on the critical.
Okay.
1 blood.
Okay.
1 damage.
Okay.
As I take a sneaky bite. Sorry, a convincing bite. Sorry.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good.
One of them, like, wow, that was so cool. Here, take my blood.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The ragged remains of the reinforcements are coming up. You hear footsteps in the distance as either the citizenry or more Nazis trying to chase you to stop you from reaching the Zeppelin are approaching. Who would like to go next?
It's Serena and Cosgrove.
Yes.
Would you like to go
Or,
first, Irina? Or should I?
Astrid for
Irina,
Cosgrave.
Astrid, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Go for it.
I'm going to take advantage of this new advancement ability to spend 1 blood as the various fallen detritus that we kind of broke to get this way suddenly animates, flying into the air, swirling around the men in a terrible storm.
Ooh. Yes. Poltergeisting.
Poltergeisting. I'm thinking terrify.
Mm-hmm.
The sharp and heavy objects fly all around them.
Yes.
2 successes. How nice.
They got 1 success.
I'll counter their 1 and advance the objective 1.
Okay. You guys have made it just under halfway up the Eiffel Tower. Cosgrave, What do you
Okay.
do?
Utilizing the distraction, the everything that goes on, Cosgrave will slink away through the construction of the Eiffel Tower, draws his enormous knife and descends to meet what remains of the reinforcements of the infantry squad. He will spend one blood to, on his advance, utilize Phantasmagoria again in order to use the chaos around him to make it significantly scarier and reduce their vision, so that when he strikes with his knife, they will never see him coming.
All right. So I see Brawl or Terrify for this. Unless there's other ones that you think would work.
Brawlify.
I was going to
I know
say,
those are the same for you.
given that I'm using it as cover in order to make a variety of sneak attacks, would I be able to use sneak?
I will allow sneak, yes.
Okay. So we're utilizing the knife, which gives me a +1. And then...
Or +2 for the knife and never saw you coming.
Ooh.
Oh. And then we've got that there.
And then Phantasmagoria is also 2, so you have a total of 4 extra dice on this one.
Oh my.
Excellent. 4 successes.
They got 1 success.
Nice. So I will defend against that 1 success. And I will spend 1 towards the objective and 2 for blood.
Excellent.
Ah.
We're able to grab one of them, or able to get some of your blood as the rest don't even know that you're there. Okay, back at the beginning.
The guy just fell over.
Yeah, I believe we are with Flint at the beginning.
Yes. So there's the guys coming from below, and we're trying to go up.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to try and clear the path.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 1 blood to grab just a chunk of the building
Mm-hmm.
and huck it
Hell yeah.
to clear the path.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I guess it's kind of a brawl, just to kind of.
Yeah. I mean, throwing things before was brawl.
Yeah.
It's not
Sounds
shoot.
No, it's definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Otherwise, my character's shoot would be higher because this is a base ability that he has.
Yeah. Okay.
2 criticals and 1 normal success.
Okay, let me roll for them. They got 2 successes this time.
I'm gonna spend 1 critical on some special game blood.
Okay.
I want to spend the other 1 on defense and the 1 success on objective.
Okay. You are very close to getting to the Führer's Zeppelin.
Yes.
I believe it was Irina who was next.
As we ascend the stairs, probably not using the elevator because, cramped space and they know exactly where you are. I am going to...
I'm also going to spend some blood to heal an injury I had since last session.
Yeah,
That's
go for
fair.
it.
My teeth were smashed.
I think I would like to go for... given that this is 1943, correct?
I believe so.
What is your cutoff point for old buildings?
See, that's the thing. I'm an American. My country's been around for 200 years.
To you, old is like 20.
I was gonna say 100 or so, but yes. I would say that the Eiffel Tower, as it's God, what was that? 89, 1989. It's 60.
1887 To 1889, yeah.
If I was alive during this time period, it would have been around my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be roughly 60 years?
Roughly
I'll
60
allow
years.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
We'll say 50 is the cutoff point.
I will
Yeah.
spend a blood and summon
As old.
more bats under my control,
Excellent.
as I would like to see if I can stop the armored infantry squad in their tracks by terrifying them
Okay, yeah, go for it.
as we rush up the stairs. Ooh, 2 successes.
They got 2 successes.
I got 2 successes. I got 2 successes. I will move one towards the objective, and I will take 1 blood.
Okay, so you will take a damage.
I will take an injury.
Okay.
And I am now... I can't use any plus dice as I have an abdominal puncture.
Rough.
Mm-hmm. I guess
Okay.
I'll use 3 blood to remove that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. You guys
You know what? Never mind.
Yep.
You guys have made it about 3/4 of the way. You guys have made it about 3/4 of the way up the Eiffel Tower. The Zeppelin is in reach. Cosgrave, what would you like to do?
Cosgrave is going to maneuver his way along with the others and switch to being sneaky to just being straight up in close quarters, and will stow his knife and instead draw the sawed-off shotgun in order to just go to town gun fu style with this thing as making his way up.
Okay. I will say that this is indeed point blank, as you were able to kind of flank behind them as you snuck down there.
Yeah.
Okay. I will roll for them. I got 1 success.
Okay. I got 3 successes.
Excellent.
I'll spend 1 to defend against that 1 success that they've got.
Excellent.
I'll gain a blood and advance objective 1.
Advance the objective 1. All right. I also realized that it was actually Astrid that went next, but it's fine. Astrid, what would you like to do?
I liked my last turn of summoning the storm, so I'm going to summon yet more storm.
Excellent. More things are lifted up from the ground and from the area around you.
That's a good bit of success.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good bit of success. They only got 1 success.
Okay, I will spend 1 to counter them. It's free. How much do we need to fulfill the objective?
1.
I guess I'll spend 1 to fill the objective and 2 more blood stealing from them. And I was thinking, since, I've summoned a whole bunch of stuff flying around, and we need to get up to a Zeppelin. So it's just like a sudden, a signboard flies over, giving us something to jump off of and leap up into the Zeppelin.
Yes. Okay. Whew. As you make it up to the Zeppelin, this repurposed dirigible has been outfitted with marble, silk, gold, and mahogany. Grand staircases lead to mezzanine levels loaded with Hitler's own paintings, all of them without artistic merit, and treasures plundered from throughout Europe, North Africa, Tibet, and Nepal. Crucial element of the Zeppelin, and where you will meet Hitler, is the broadcast suite located towards the front of the vehicle, so you guys are at the back. What you see before you, between you and the Fuhrer's broadcast chamber, is 5 oath-sworn hunters carrying blessed bullets, holy water sprayers, sharpened stakes, and fire bombs. These are some of the toughest foes that you have seen yet. As yes, Hitler hired vampire hunters.
How dare he?
I mean, that makes sense.
He is so gauche.
Who would like to go first?
I'm scared. Hmm.
Well, Flint has had one tactic so far.
Yeah. It's worked so far. You've made it here.
Mhm.
You haven't died.
There's a bunch of them, right?
There's 5 of them in total.
Excellent. I'm gonna jump in with the pipe. Use its
Yes.
final usage. And this is crowded them, I will get crowd control.
Yes.
I will just hit them.
Yeah, go for it. They will roll. They got 4 successes.
Oh, they got a lot of dice.
Mhm.
What else do I
Yeah, they
got?
do.
I'll also spend 1 blood to like gloop in
Excellent. Yes.
and surprise them.
Gloop on them.
2
Hell
criticals
yeah.
and 3 successes. Alright, so I'm in melee, so I'll spend 1 special to get my blood.
Get a little bit more blood.
The other critical and I guess 2 successes on defense, and then the remaining 1 on damage.
Damage. While you do damage one of them, they are still able to stand up. It seems that these are some hearty individuals. But you have done a blow nonetheless. Who would like to go next?
Well, Cosgrave will kind of like look to his equipment and believe that it would be best to make sure that we get past these guys at the very least. So he's going to take from his equipment what appears to be a jar and will twist the cap off and say, "Need a bit of help here, mum," and just pull it off. And we'll spend a blood to incorporate the surroundings for further phantasmagoria. The paintings on the walls have their art flaws spontaneously immediately fixed, and then they start weeping and bleeding as the area around them kind of goes full Silent Hill, where the fine marble and finery is then overtaken by rust and detritus. In order to unleash the power upon Mother Millicent's stolen soul jar and assail them with horrors beyond belief.
Alrighty. I will roll for them real quick. They got 4 successes, but you do have a lot of dice, because the soul jar gives you a lot of dice.
It does. It really does. So I got 2 from there, and then I believe... So it's one in general plus 3 from does it get bonus dice because it only has the 1 use, or is that just because it has the 1 use it doesn't have it?
It gains bonus dice because it's its last use. Yes.
Yeah. So that's so that would be a total of 4 dice from the equipment, or
4 dice from the soul jar alone. Yes.
okay, cool. And I will go with Terrify because it seems like an appropriate thing.
It does.
Hells yeah!
Excellent.
Finally.
That's some good dice.
Indeed. So I'm going to spend the regular successes on I'm going to spend the regular successes on defending myself. I'll spend a crit to effectively advance the objective and damage these guys for 2 damage, and then I will spend the other crit on gaining 2 blood.
The objective is get behind or get past them. Did you want to damage them? Because they are 2 different things.
I think damage them would be a good idea because we don't want to leave loose ends in this instance.
We don't want them following us into the Hitler room.
Nope.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. Arena, Astrid, who would like to go next?
Would you like to go? Or
Oh.
Mhm.
So I know exactly what Astra's going to do. She, reveling in her new poltergeisty abilities, is going to wave her hands about as the paintings on the wall will rattle free and launch themselves at the vampire hunters.
Excellent. Vampire Jäger cadre.
Either they, either they get hit by the paintings or they damage the Her's paintings. Either way, I win.
Mhm.
Exactly. All right, I will roll for them. They got 1 success.
Well, I'll cancel
Oh.
their 1 success and I'll deal 4 damages to them.
Okay, 2, 3, 4. Excellent.
4 damage. Oh wait, 5 damage because I could use the ability twice, can't I? I don't see a reason I can't.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why you can't.
6 damage.
Excellent. And as the paintings fly around, conking all of these very hard in the head as they lay down, spilling out blood and viscera, the Vampire Jäger cadre is down, and they do not get reinforcements.
There is definitely at least, some cases of the painting just going straight through their head, so that's going to pinned out the other side.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Can we lick up some of their blood?
I'll allow it.
Yes. Extra blood point.
Yeah, I'll allow everyone to get an extra blood point.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
'Cause
I'm
I
gonna
was-
spend 3 to get my fingers back, and then
Yeah.
I'll get the extra one.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
And I'm,
Now, do you
I'm just
regrow
going
your
to-
fingers, or do you steal someone else's?
Ooh.
I like to think he steals them. Like he's not picky.
He's not Pinky? Sorry, I had to.
They got equipment, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They got anything
They got any special ones?
sharp?
They have sharpened stakes.
Hmm.
They have guns. They have water sprayers. They have fire bombs. That's what it says on the description. They can have other things if you want.
I
but
think
that is what
fire
they
bombs-
have in their description.
I
think
want
fire
the
bombs.
fire bombs. Those sound fun
Yep.
for Flint to have.
I want Flint to have fire bombs too.
Okay, Flint,
Out of this thing as well.
you have some fire bombs.
Yes. What's the bonus thing for fire bombs?
Cramped spaces.
Yes, I will allow cramped spaces in this particular case.
Okay.
That is a good one. All right.
Flint picking one up and nibbling it. Is this food?
No, you throw that away and it'll make food. Kiss me.
We never have crispy food before.
As you make it to the front of the Zeppelin, an elaborate set has been constructed to give the impression of power and superiority. Great banners hang from every wall, an iron and basalt lectern stands atop a staircase, and, in direct opposition to Zeppelin operational safety guidelines, a roaring fire pit occupies the center of the chamber. Here, Hitler has been awaiting the arrival of the invaders with anticipation, because he has an ace up his sleeve.
Oh no.
His intervention to broadcast live footage of the slaughter to every receiver in Europe, of which there are few in 1943, but it is enough to make a point. And in front of you, you see, let me activate the scene,
Hold on.
the Werehund. Multiple infusions of cursed wolf blood and implanted canine teeth against the spinal column have given this soldier the ability to transform into a half-man, half-hound with impossible strength. Even a vampire should fear the nightmare hand of the Werehund. Alright. So,
Flint's immediate reaction is, puppy.
You're right, Flint. Go play.
Puppy.
alrighty. Arita, do you want to go since you didn't have much of a chance during the last
Sure.
encounter?
No, I'm happy that I didn't get a chance. Like, my idea was just I'm standing behind a corner, just taking taking a small smoke break as I replenish my blood. as
Yes.
I drink from the cigarettes taken from the pockets of hanged men.
Hmm.
Then I'm going to spend a blood to use my advancement to gain a special inflict 4 damage to an Ubermensch.
Excellent. So I would go ahead and wait on spending that blood. Oh no, it says on your next roll.
Yes,
Never mind.
that is
Never
correct.
mind. Okay.
That's correct. And so I am. I'm going to, from a distance, shoot the armor-piercing ammo at a point like beneath his feet, where I believe there is a structural weakness. Mark that. And it is up to you to decide whether that does structural damage or not.
I'll give you your bonus dice in regards to it. Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Well, that doesn't do much on Enervation of the Soul, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll damage him and take the injury.
Okay. So there are two things.
Oh.
As you damage him, it more kind of grazes him, and you see his flesh stitch together quickly. Seems as though he has some kind of... It is more challenging to damage this individual. Additionally, let me go ahead and copy and paste this ability. Rending Claws. When marking an injury from the Werehunt, check all available boxes in the section rolled, not just the highest available one.
Oh,
Double damage.
that's terrible.
Oh.
Okay.
My hair is ruined, and I have a full-on open head wound.
Oh no, that's very ruined.
Yeah.
I guess that this is also another Uber Mensch mini-boss, so we could get another advancement in the battle.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
So,
Uberhund.
as the Uberhund kind of steps towards you and backhands you, until another vampire comes to your aid, you are out of the fight.
Wait, what?
Yep. Because I believe if you have... if it's marking all available boxes in that category. I don't know.
No,
You know,
if that happens,
No.
I get a +2 to brawl and a -2 to con.
okay.
Think of a different thing, I think.
I believe if I have no injuries that I can
Yeah, if all the
Mark.
boxes are full.
ever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Which I have 1 open in 1 and 2, and 2 open in 5 and 6.
Okay. So that would be death, and you would get a last stand on that one.
Yeah, the out of action thing is if there are 3 total damage.
So that's 3 or more attack dice remaining. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know
the
if
GM
he's
has
supposed to
3 or
do
more
that because
attack
he
dice
does.
remaining. When you have no dice remaining, you are taken down.
Yeah.
What's his
Which
name? When
isn't the case here.
Yeah, I think he would still need 3 dice even with his double damage thing.
Okay. Okay. That sounds more fair. Okay. So now we know that. So scratch that. Going back to the thing. Who would like to go next?
I have an idea to go next.
I also have
No.
one, but you can go first.
Well, I'm going to use the last charge of my spirit fetters with the bonus to animals, as I'm going to call into the hound's own psyche to assault the man in it with animal urges, and adding into that I'm going to throw a chunk of something with the spirit storm to try and convince it to play fetch.
Oh, I'm gonna be able to use this.
Okay. All right. I will make his roll. Got 3 successes.
connection. Yeah, that's correct. Cool.
Yeah.
And a crit. So I will. How am I gonna do this? I guess I use the crit to negate 2, and another one to negate the third. So then I have 2 flare. I'll use 1 to drain a blood from him. And
Okay.
I'll activate. Oh, speaking of his regeneration, I'll activate my own regeneration.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the last one I will use to deal a damage.
To deal a damage to him. Okay. So, in short, if it's only 1 damage, it doesn't get through his regeneration as...
Okay, in which case I'll just drain another blood.
Okay, yeah. I'll say
Well,
that, yes, you were able to get that from Arena. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Flint, you said that you had something.
Yes.
I
I'm
was supposed to have
gonna.
one more dice, I realise. No.
You want to roll a d6, see what happens?
Sure.
We're supposed to have one more dice.
It's a 4.
That's one more success.
In which case
You can
I
do a
will not
damage.
take the blood and I'll deal a damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
A damage has been dealt.
Yes. Speaking of damage, I am going to rip up a chunk of the floor.
Mhm.
Tie one of the fire bombs to it.
Okay.
And say, fetch, fetch, fetch! And then throw it into the storm.
Okay.
I spend 1 blood for improvised projectile,
Mhm.
including the fire bombs. How cramped is the space?
I will say it's relatively cramped within the storm that
Yes.
Astrid has made. Okay. Got 3 successes.
I will spend. I'll spend 3 total. So the crit and the one of them on
Defending?
defending. That's it, and the other one on advancing objective.
The objective is kill the werehund.
What are the other things I can do that aren't damage?
Do you have blood? Are you maxed out on blood? You can always take blood. Let me
I'll
take
get a
look
bit
what
of
else I can
blood.
do.
That I guess
And
unlock the
then-
thing.
Yeah. Allocate your dice. What else can you
I'll
do?
get hellish screech.
Ooh. Advancing, eliminating a threat, defending yourself, feeding on blood, and then activating specials.
Yeah, okay. So that's me done.
All right. So I believe that is Cosgrave.
Hello. That's the case. Cosgrave will spend blood and call behind him to the previous room and say, "Odds, mate, you alright? We need a hand here!" And one of the corpses of the of the vampire hunters will lumber in and he'll charge with him. He's going to draw his sword off shotgun to try and get right into melee, as ill-advised as it is, with this thing, and hope that the corpse does some tanking for him.
It's fine. Those fingers aren't yours.
We'll call him Siegfried.
Alrighty. You only got 1 success.
Oh.
For those of you that have had the werewolf's blood, it tastes like sweat, meat, and cheap leather.
That's fine.
Gross, but okay.
Very nice.
I'll spend 1 to
Defend.
defend.
Mhm.
I will spend 2 to do a damage, and then 2 to get blood. And I will, as for my advancement, I'm going to acquire Memory Rot.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Spend blood, remove or implant memories from someone you lock eyes with.
Ooh, very
I have
nice.
plans.
Alrighty. Arena, you have been hit really hard by this thing. What would you like to do in response?
Really hard. So I kind of take just a moment to gather myself. you can see with that head wound, I'm no longer that ethereal, dangerous beauty. And instead, I take on some more grim appearance. You have taken my glamour. Allow me to return the favor. I'll take another whiff of the cigarette. I will replenish my blood by 2. I do mark my final die here. Does that mean I get a bonus to blood, or do I get a bonus to the roll?
Bonus to the roll.
That is an excellent question. I'll give you. Yeah, I was going to say a bonus to the roll.
Because taking on my saber, which I can see has nicks and some bends to it because of all of the fighting I've done so far. I will miss you, my friend, as I charge this werehund. And also use the final die on the cavalry saber.
Excellent.
Get it.
That'll be a brawl. I have a 4 in that because of headshot.
Okay.
I will use 3 equipment dice as I go into this. Please do not hit hard. 6 successes.
Here we go. 2 successes.
I negate that damage. I should have used my blood for Innervation of the Soul, but you said last time that I should have done it before.
Yeah, it's just on your next roll.
Yep, I will hold myself to that. I am going to just use the final 4 to... yeah, let's fully use that on damage.
Okay, so that'd be 3 damage to get past his regeneration.
And I remove 3 blood. No, actually, I will keep my blood for now.
Okay. Alrighty. Is that everything then?
For me, yes.
Alrighty. Astrid!
Astrid is going to... I believe you said something about a lectern.
Yes!
That sounds like a wonderful heavy thing to fling at this.
Sure does.
Oh, yes.
Rip telekinetic force, rip out that lectern, flying it towards the creature. Oh gosh.
Holy hell!
I don't. So let's see. That's the 2 normal successes to negate it, and then that's 9 damage.
Okay. So, as the lectern flies forward, there is a sickening crunch as the werehund folds in half, twitching before it finally stops moving. So,
When it's finally not fighting us, Flint will look at it and go, "Good dog."
alright.
I would like to take 1 blood from the werehund to
Yeah, go for it.
both advance and take enough blood to heal my headshot and take care of my hair.
Yes. Most important thing.
So, as the werehund falls before you guys, Hitler runs.
Everyone chase him.
Get him!
Yes. You find him cowering in a locked room with an empty Luger, and you defeat his protectors and corner him. It's gone wrong at every turn, and he is out of options. As you go forward, and how would you like to kill Hitler?
I think everybody takes a bite at once.
No, you go first. We have dibs on his bones.
Oh, fair enough.
But first, I will look him dead in the eye and do hellish screech.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Spend 2 blood to reduce his challenge by 1. So
His
that should
challenge
put
is
it,
-1.
that should put it to -1.
Yeah.
Have fun, guys.
I would like to spend a blood to Phantasmagoria boost it.
Excellent.
I will use my
He's at
last
-2.
Unit of ammo to say, I suppose I'll loan you this bullet. And
Yeah. As you guys fall upon Hitler, does say there is an aspect of what his blood tastes like,
Oh.
which is a fuck ton of amphetamines.
Yeah, that's right.
that tracks.
One of the most drugged out motherfuckers there ever was.
And as you guys finish the Fuhrer, you're able to leave Paris no longer Nazi occupied and go back to where it is that you came. And that's Eat the Reich.
Yeah.
Yay!
We did it. We ate a Reich.
Did.
Did it.
All right.
Thank
Hope
you,
you guys had a good time.
Alvarez. Yeah, thank you for running.
Yeah.
I adjusted some rules whatnot on the fly, but yeah, no, I
Of
think
course.
it was fun. Everybody have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I felt at the very, especially at the very last bit with the Werehund and before the vampire hunters, where it's like, oh yeah, this is resource management, because like, where do I put my injuries? Where do I not?
It's like at first it's just kind of like, yeah, you got a bunch of stuff and you can use all this stuff and all these cool things for it, and then eventually it's just, oh wait, I'm almost out of stuff.
Oh yeah, like I have nothing at the moment. I have no starting equipment and I have no loot.
You should simply have the ability to fly.
That's sort of why I went so early on with my first.
You should have the ability to punch someone in the face and get 3 blood.
Yes, I should have. Yep, obviously.
Yeah. Flint's really good.
Flint is such a good Flint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad everyone had a good time. Whether or not we're going to sit here and continue chatting, because we still have half an hour of hangout time, I will go ahead and do closing. I've been your games master for the evening, Alvarez. With me playing Cosgrave, I've had Articulate T.
Thanks a lot, mates. Bye. Thank you.
Playing Flint, I've had Danny Cat.
We got the bones. They're ours.
Playing Arena, I've had Crest Nether.
Good evening.
Playing Astrid, I've had RoboPirate.
How high are we off of his blood?
Very. And we'll catch you guys next time for Lancer?
I hope so, yeah. I'll be preparing some stuff, and that'll be in 2 weeks' time. And for YouTube, I'll be signing off here.
Actually, in 2 weeks' time, well, we will keep you guys updated.
Oh,
But I do not know if I will be able to make it in 2 weeks' time. I have
because
some things that are going on.
I do want you to be there when we play Lancer.
Mm-hmm. I'm just being upfront. I have some family things going on. Depending on when they're able to get me there, I may be able to make it. I will keep you guys updated.
Okay.
Understood.
I will not know until day of.
Makes
We
sense.
could be able to do some session 0 type stuff, like off screen, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that was Eat the Reich. Glad everyone had a good time.
Yeah.
I definitely will run it again for other people when I'm able to have a break, because it takes a lot and it is nonstop.
It is non-stop, understood, yeah. Thank you so much for running this, and I'm just always happy to play with all of you.
Yeah. You guys have a good one, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.